So I'm back making a video. I've been away for like 2 weeks, and for the 16 subscribers that I currently have, you've probably been waiting in deep anticipation for this. So today's topic is going to be on what young men need to understand in order for them to achieve goals and to progress in life to where they want to be. And the main thing I'm going to be discussing, it's a thing you've probably heard a billion times on YouTube under the self-improvement game, but that is seeking out discomfort. And I'm just going to touch on some of the things that I've noticed over the last kind of 4 to 5 years of my journey and try and give you some insight into what you can expect from seeking out this discomfort. The main thing I've noticed from seeking out discomfort and doing things that really challenge you is the confidence you build. So what I've found is there seems to be a trickle-down effect, or more like a compound effect. So for me, if I have 1 week of consistent, say, training in the gym, and I go on the days that I don't feel like going as well, I'm consistent with that. Then like that next week, I'm more confident in social situations. I'm more confident making decisions. It's all compounding together. So obviously it's ideal if you can seek out situations that you know there's going to be the most growth from. But in saying that, it is good just to seek out the situations that scare the fucking crap out of you. So right, the human body and the human mind as well, it's such a funny unit, right? It, on the one hand, it craves this comfort and the instant gratification. But on the other hand, it desires, and I think that's the main thing, it needs and it desires the discomfort. You know, it tricks you. It manipulates you into thinking, let's watch 3, 4 episodes back to back. When it knows there's no long-term gain from that. And that is one thing that you can really see in regards to the human body, the human mind, is it is so adaptable. We can put it through repeated strain and somehow it can come back stronger than ever. It's like it takes that time to recalibrate, readjust, and build and solidify all the, say, mistakes it's made or the difficult tasks it's had to go through. And it just builds up this solid foundation for which it then can expand upon, really. So, yeah, the human body, man, fucking mad one. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who probably disagree with me on this one, but I think it's better to have struggled in your younger years. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say struggled when you were like 5, 6, 7, but I mean like when you're in your late teens. Excuse me, get a drop of water. My mouth is parched. But when you're in like late teens, early 20s, this is the best time to have struggled. Now, my reason behind this is because then you have no other choice but to acquire the tools and the strategies in order to survive these turbulent years, really. Years where you're spent just kind of in no man's land. Like I found that recently as well. I'm very much I'm kind of coming out of it, but I was in a stage for months where I'm like, I don't know. Well, no, I'll be honest. I still don't know what I want to do, say for a career-wise, right? In my life, for my life. But I was in that stage where I just didn't know what to do. No idea. And then you feel you don't have an identity as well. And that's a huge thing. If you don't have any self-identity, then you're fucked, man. You're fucked. But yeah, I think, you know, learning these skills when you're in that tough period of your life then will equip you for later on in life. It's like if you don't prepare for a battle, then you're going to get, like, if you even go back in historical times and like thinking like in that kind of pattern of thought, it's like if you weren't prepared for a battle, you didn't put in the work, you never trained, then your army would be wiped out. You wouldn't have good soldiers. And a lot of people who might have had a very cushy upbringing, and I'm not saying I had a tough upbringing at all, but I'm saying I've had my fair share of fucking rotten experiences that have led me to not be as quick to judge people. You know, kind of listen to people rather than just automatically assuming I know something about them. But so those people who've had more of an easier upbringing, they mightn't have faced all these struggles when they're younger. So they don't have that training. Me and you, I presume if you're watching this, you're probably in a similar or had similar situations to me, like where you had maybe zero confidence. You know, you really had a lot of resentment towards yourself, and that could filter out to other people then in your life, but mainly it was directed towards yourself. So we've had this training. So like, I mean, the way I look at it is like 5 years, 10 years down the line, I'm going to be more fucking equipped and I'm going to be more prepared than the guy beside me. And that's the way I see it right now. So your growth is not going to follow a linear pattern. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and also it's not going to, your results that you're desiring, they're not going to come overnight. That's a fact. And if they do come overnight, they probably won't stick around. You know what I mean? Like, that would just be a short-term thing. What you need to focus on is building up your character, tackling your weaknesses, turning the weaknesses basically into strengths. Because, as I said, 5-10 years down the line, we're going to be animals, we're going to be absolute beasts. Fucking just a load of wildebeest running around the place. But we need to think about our future. Like, for me and stuff, I've probably talked about it in some of the other videos as well. Like, I didn't have great social skills growing up, so I'm like, every day I'm trying to improve that. Every day, like, and I might feel like, oh, you know, I was being kind of cringy today, you know, say if I was in a social encounter and I felt like I was talking out my ass, really, or maybe wasn't talking as coherently as I should have been. I just mark it down as progress, and I mark it down like I'm never going to be perfect, so I'm not striving for perfection, I'm striving for progress. So I hope you can take some good points from this video. And man, look, I know how tough it is to be a young guy growing up, and the uncertainty of what's going to happen, and we have all these different worries that our young brain is not very good at comprehending and tackling. So look, man, just fucking do your best, really. That's it. But, you know, put in the hard work. Right, I'm going to wrap the video up like a little Christmas present right now.